It's time for the Candlepin Challenge, produced by CN8 and the International Candlepin Bowling Association. Hi again, everybody, and welcome back inside the Woburn Bowlerdrome. John Holt with Dan Murphy. Our adult bowlers take a 4-week break. We bring back the Youth Challenge. That means Dave Godwin, our youth champ, is back. But today, some pretty good challengers, too, in Mike Sweeney and John Starner.
That's right. John's from Haverhill, Massachusetts, carries 115 average, and Mike is from Salisbury, Mass, with 110 average. So two pretty good opponents.
And they'll have to bowl well to beat Dave. He has been terrific. We're going to take a look at the run he's had. He's won 4 times on the show. As you look at the competitors that he has knocked off so far, he has been a real good Dan.
Absolutely. And he's averaged over 130 each appearance. So
been absolutely terrific. He joins us now. What type of level of celebrity have you gained since this? You were on TV. You were really dominant. Have people kind of recognize you as you bowl?
Yeah, a lot of people recognize me. You know, everywhere I go, I say, "Nice bowling, Dave," on TV, so it's been cool.
Well, hopefully you can keep it up again today. Good luck.
All right, I'll try.
We're back with the Challengers match right after this on CN8. Welcome back to Woburn, week 1 of 4 weeks of the Youth Challenge, and we're all set to take a look at the Challengers match. John Starner to go against Mike Sweeney, a 1-game match, and the winner advances to take on David Godwin, who is back with us, our reigning champ. Good to have the youth bowlers back. It was a big hit when we did it the first time this season. Back again for a 4-week run. John starts by dropping 7, using lanes 35 and 36. Same format, same lane, same place as the adults. It's just the youth all-stars, so to speak, take over.
3, 5, and 10 for John, playing the wood out in front and leaves the 10.
No prize money awarded to the youth bowlers, but there are some nice trophies and jackets that will be awarded. It's a 9-box for John to open with. We will, though, have our Candlepin Strike Challenge audience participation segment as the jackpot grows to $675. That's between games 1 and 2 of our championship match.
So you're going to have the 4 horsemen to the right. 1, 2, 3, 6, and 10. Piece of wood in between. Always worries me when the piece of wood is in between, because that headpin's going to go straight to the right sidewall. Missed the headpin to the left and used the wood, almost converted it, but 2 open frames.
That is a 10-box. So a 9 and a 10, 19 for John. And Dan, you mentioned it at the start that David Godwin was averaging over 130 a game in his run. So that's the number these guys may want to think about if they have any thoughts of knocking off, realistic thoughts of knocking off the champ. Mike Sweeney now.
Misses the headpin, but geez, he got a good break, leaving just the 1 and the 8.
Looking for our first mark. Gets the 1. Some wood rolling towards the 8, but it stays up.
Make it a 10-box and a 1-pin advantage after 1 frame for Mike Sweeney. We did carry over Dave Godwin from the previous 4 weeks of the youth bowls, but this time whoever wins the last week of this 4 weeks, we will not carry over to next year. They'll start fresh.
Drop of 7. And our first Earl sighting of the day. Earl Smith on the scene to help with some of that wood. Sporting the goatee.
It's a new look.
And you did, I don't think you saw it off camera, but you got a high five from John Starner.
1, 8, and 9 left for Mike Sweeney, and he misses it to the right. Needs a couple of these to tie it up. And he does just that.
All even, 19 apiece. Bob Whitcomb is our reigning adult champ. He will be back in 4 weeks' time to continue his quest as the champ. I take that back. I made a mistake. Jeff Surratt is the reigning champ.
Oh, good looking ball right in the 1-2 pocket, but he leaves himself the 5, 9, and 10. A piece of wood in front of the 10 probably won't give him much help. Probably want to try to cut the 5 pin on the left and hopefully into the 9 and then possibly the 10.
Nine, 10, and another 9 for 28.
Still looking for our first mark. John seems very cool up there. Very composed for a young bowler. Off target that time.
Drops 4.
Good out. Pair of 9s, though. 37 after 4.
Who will be the first to mark and grab that momentum? Chance now for Mike Sweeney, the distinctive headband. Coming in with the 110 average. Leaves the 1, 2, and the 10.
Gets the 2 and the 10, leaves the head pin, but he can grab the lead by a pin if he can knock down the head pin. We're still knotted at 28 now after 3 boxes completed.
Mentioned that correctly, Jeff Surratt is the reigning adult champ. He, of course, also our 2-time overall champ. Visions of getting to our final show again this season. Drop of 6. 3 in the back along with the head pin.
It's the head pin, the 7, 8, and 10. A couple pieces of wood that could help him. Got to catch the head pin, though.
These guys open through 4. Dead even, 37-37. The winner to get David Godwin in that 2-game championship match.
Four horsemen left, plus the 9 and the 10. No playable wood to help him out.
The 2 in the back row remain. Gets them both, so his second 10 box to go with 3 9s. John Starner up to 47. Takes out 5. He's the 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. more.
Could come down to that all-important third ball each frame. No one's got a mark yet. Got a pin well. It's all been 9s and 10s for both bowlers.
Not a lot of pins left out, but still yet without a mark. See if Mike Sweeney can do it. As he makes the turn here in the 5th box.
Back on the head pin, but right straight through the middle. 3, 6 on the right, and then a cluster of 4, 2, 4, 7, and 8 on the left.
And the 6, 4 and the 8s.
Oh, what a terrific 10 box to keep the score tied at 47.
Now he's opposite a 9 in box 6. Take a look at the replays. He got all 4.
Split the 3 and the 6. Jump the 3 into the 4 and 8. Good shot.
Here's a good chance looking at the 3, the 6, and the 10, but the wood is a concern. Partially in the channel.
Oh boy. Had visions of getting by the wood. Came in heavy on the 3 pin, and that's all it took out.
And he gets a 10 box to move ahead by a pin. 57-56. They've bowled 6 boxes, just 1 pin separating them. Back to John.
Light hit, wants a 10 pin to go. It does, and all the rest of them at the same time. Wow.
Strike for John in the 7th.
It is right in the pocket, and just took a little time. A little light on the head pin, but still in the 1-3, and I was worried about the 10 pin going. It went, and meantime, everything else as well for the strike and our first mark.
First part of the fill gets him 7.
4, 7, and 8. Triangle in the left-hand corner, trying to go spare on strike and take a little bit of an advantage going to the final 2. Oh, hit the one he had to, but just too full.
8 on the fill. Puts the pressure on Mike Sweeney, though. He'll need a mark.
And a terrific 10 box. Pinning well. Just left 4 pins standing. 9 boxes. All the rest 10s, and of course that strike.
Opposite that strike now is Mike. He's left just 3 pins standing so far.
Pretty good looking.
4-7-10.
Yeah, good looking ball in the 1-3 pocket, but the 4-7 with a piece of wood, and then the 10 pin on the right-hand corner. Piece of wood, though.
Now the goalpost, real tough.
Yeah, tough shot. Tough spare leave there.
Nine, 66, but that has it down 8. Opposite of 10 here, wants a mark. Make it tight over for the final 2.
He's got a real good possibility here with a 4-7, couple pieces of wood out in front. May want to try to avoid the front one, but
got it.
Sets up an interesting final 2 frames for both bowlers. Mike Sweeney trailing by 8. However, he's got the mark in the 8th frame.
Box 9 now for John Starner.
Again, light hit on the head pin, 1-3 pocket, leaves himself 2-4-7-9. I have a feeling if he gets a 2, 4, and 7, that 9 should go. Yes, it does.
Big mark.
A clutch spare. Here's the replay.
And now the fill. Five.
5 in the cluster of 5 pins, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 in the left-hand corner. Piece of wood, though, that looks from this angle like could sweep those 5 pins from right to left. Like him too high in the wood. These are important pins. It's going to force Mike to get at least one more mark.
Finish at 107.
With a decent fill, he's going to still need at least one more mark, the final 2.
31 to tie it. That's a big fill.
Again, the 4, 7, 10.
That got him to within a pin through 8 complete, but now he's opposite the spare in the 9th.
You catch just a little bit of the tip of that wood on the left. Just like that. What a terrific shot.
Clutch.
Wow. The poise in these young bowlers is amazing. What a clutch shot. Just tick that wood enough to send the wood into the 10 pin. The ball took this 4 and 7.
Here's the fill. 7 more. So he has tied it right now.
Right. 2 balls to get at least 1 pin.
Yes.
And he finishes with 3 consecutive spares.
Mike Sweeney's going to be the winner. This will just add to his total. This match came alive down the stretch, and Mike Sweeney just a little bit better. Spare in the 8th, spare in the 9th, spare in the 10th. He adds to his score, 116-107, 9-pin victory for Mike Sweeney, and Dave Godwin is next for Mike. Bring on the champ. It's next right here on CN8. Welcome back to the Candlepin Challenge on CN8. And there is the champ, David Godwin, in place now to take on the winner of the Challengers match, Mike Sweeney. It's a 2-game match, and David will go first. He has been real good, as we documented for you at the start of the show during his run, putting up some numbers that you typically would see from the adult bowlers. Real powerful ball, drops 6.
2, 4, 5, and 7. 4 pins in the left-hand corner for Dave.
Won't be long, too, before he turns 18, from what I understand, and he'll be bowling with some of the adults competitively, perhaps on this program in the future. That's a 9 to start.
You wonder, because he's bowled 4 weeks and done so well, that reputation and how many pins is that worth? You know? Especially with the young bowlers. But I'll tell you, I just keep remarking about the poise that these bowlers have. John made terrific marks. He needed them. And then, of course, Mike came back with 3 clutch marks in a row to finish that game to win it. So we'll see how this shapes up. Our champ is open the first 2.
Nine, then a 7. And up steps Mike, who was red hot to finish that Challengers game. The 3 consecutive spares, which in the world of adult bowling here in the Candlepin Challenge would have earned him some bonus money.
Oh, right where he left off.
Still hot a strike to start.
Finished with 3 spares. Now he gets his first strike, and it's a quick one. Take a look at the replay. Tripping that 6-pin for the strike and the early lead. Pulls that one left.
Second ball on the fill coming up. First of 2 games to crown the champ. Total fill of just 5. Missed opportunity for Mike early, and he knows it. Ends up making it an 8 bucks, and he's up early by 7, 23 to 16. See, his average at 125 was in the 130s for a game average when we showcased the youth bowlers earlier this season.
Misses the head pin to the right.
By his body language, you can see a little frustration. He has set the bar so high that it may be difficult to live up to that.
Those of you interested in a mixed team tournament, first annual mixed teams tournament will be held at Park Place Lanes in Windham, New Hampshire, June 16th and 17th. Mixed team consists of 3 men and 2 women. So if you're interested in more details, contact Park Place Lanes in Windham, New Hampshire, 603-898-4422. There's a big mark for Dave.
And the swagger is starting to come back. Spare in the 4th for David.
Head pin comes off the wall for the 4-7.
Mike Sweeney in the 3rd.
Right back looking for his second strike.
Looking and hoping, but instead it's just 9.
Not a problem with that 4-pin. Second mark on 35. 1 strike and 1 spare.
Mike not backing down from the champ at all.
Drops 7 on that spare. Increases the lead to 16. Now he has to match the mark put up by our champ in the 4th. And he does.
Bowling very well. That means Mark's now in 6 of the last 7 because he finished with 3 spares in the Challengers match. Now striking 2 spares.
Just enough to come off the left sidewall for that 4-pin. 3 out of 4 boxes marks.
Fill of 6 for David.
2, 4, 6, 10. Piece of wood in between the 2 and 4. Don't know if it's going to be a help or a hindrance. Oh, terrific shot. Wow.
With some style, no less.
Take a look at this pin spinning. Wow. And the 10-pin will finally go. There it goes.
He's got just an explosive ball.
To me, it looks like he's throwing harder than he ever did the last 4 weeks. I mean, he throws hard anyways, but
that gets him to 61. Mike Sweeney, the red-hot Mike Sweeney, marks in 3 of the first 4. He's got 2 spares in a row, looking for a 3rd here in the 5th. He'll have a chance with the 6-10.
Chance for 3 in a row.
Yes.
3 in a row in 4 out of the first 5 frames. And if you want to go back to the Challengers match, it's 7 out of the last 8.
Posing a serious threat to David Godwin. I think we've established that. Fill of 8. Looking at the 3-6 now.
Trying to make it 4 marks in a row. Dropped that one just before the foul line. Missed to the right. Gain another 3 and count with a 10 box. Going to gain a couple.
Gets his lead up to 24 pins. Wow, this one worth coming back for. More Candlepin Bowling right here on CN8 next. We're back on our Youth Candlepin Challenge, and right now the reigning champ David Godwin down 24 pins. But you know he certainly has it in his repertoire to rally back. And it could start right now here in the 7th, game 1 of 2. Half Worcester to the left. $8. Pushes him up to 69. 7 boxes, 2 marks for David.
Right through the middle this time. Looks like the 5-pin might be the problem in this shot. Well, enough to catch second piece of wood, which
no problem at all. Got every one of them.
Second piece of wood just catches the 5. Just enough. Great shot, though. His 3rd mark, all spares.
Mike in the 7th.
A little light. Would love to see the 7-pin go, but it's not going to happen.
6, 7, 9, 10.
Every pin so very important. Dave, our champ, had an 8 box, so he can gain 1. 2 if he was able to get a 10 box, but now he faces that mark again.
The lead through 7 at 25. But opposite the spare now in the 8th. Just the 3 and the 6. Good chance for his 5th mark of this game.
He's able to put at least 1 mark each time he gets up there, and this will be a big one if he can. But he misses it to the right, so he'll be open for the first time, both frames.
$103 to 79 plus this ball for David. And that fill gets him 9.
Missing the head pin, leaving just the head pin standing. A terrific break for missing the head pin, and chance to go 2 in a row. No.
$10 to 98, just 2 shy of the century mark. Certainly go north of 100 right here in the 10th and final box, game 1.
6, 9, 10. Got Got some choices. Play the wood to the left, sweep it across, or play the triangle itself. In between. You have to wonder whether he was thinking about the wood, last minute change his mind, or vice versa. I know when I was younger, that was one of the things. I would change my thought process halfway through my approach. It took me a long time to figure out, look, make up your mind before you make that approach and then go with it. 2 open frames for Dave the last 2 rounds. And
light
Mike
hit, drops
Sweeney
some 8.
Gets a good break off the head pin. Just motion that wood to come up. I don't know if he wants that wood to be behind there like that. Could throw that head pin away. Yeah, see. No. There's a little bit of youth there. You didn't want that pin to come up because that put the pin right behind the head pin, causing the head pin to go right to the right sidewall.
Gets all 10. Right now his lead is at 15, or actually 6. 15 through 9. But 6 better than David's 107. He'll add to it here. How big a lead does he need? How big a lead will be safe against David Godwin in the
31
second game?
pins with 1 box to go. that might be good. Oh, what a spare in the 10th. Converting the half Worcester, Mike Sweeney. Took the chance, played it on the inside. A lot of pin action there with the 7 and then finally the 5. Gonna remember
Phil.
that, Mark. Well, it's 4 more, but you'll remember those 4. Terrific shot.
20 pin advantage. 127 to 107. We've got a full game to go here in the championship match, and it starts next. Plus the audience participation strike challenge right here on CNH.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Tony DeMecco. And Tony, where are you from?
From Melrose, Mass.
And you're from Melrose, and you're our lucky strike challenger today. Are you going to show everybody in Melrose how to win $675?
Definitely. Let's hope so.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Tony.
Oh, thank you.
1 ball for $675, and then we'll see how then you get 3 total, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck.
The crowd certainly rooting for Tony. See if he can win that big jackpot.
Checking that approach out. 675 big ones. Good looking ball. Good looking ball. Wow.
$50 if he can get these 2 for a spare.
Tony's been on the lanes before. I can see that. No stranger.
Now it's $1 a pin. Can he get to 10 bucks here with a 3rd ball?
Look at this.
Yes.
Wow.
That's a pretty skilled bowler. And the jackpot grows to $700. Nice to have you, Tony. Dan Murphy will hand him the check for 10 bucks. And we're all set for game 2 of the championship match. This guy, the challenger, Mike Sweeney, right now with a 20-pin advantage. He will go first in game 2. Off to the left, but still gets 7 to go.
1, 8, and 9. Oh boy, I'll tell you, he's made some terrific marks, and that has to be at the top of the list. The 1, 8, and 9. Take a look at this. Terrific shot. That's what you want to do if you want to protect the 20-pin advantages. Put a mark or 2 each time you get up there. Oh, just 2 on it, though. Well, he converted this last frame of the first game. Can he do it again?
You can see him nervously looking back at his family. He hits a few bumps in the road.
That's a great out.
Good recovery to make it a 9 bucks. Let's see what the champ has in him. I think he'll prove to be very competitive here in game 2. Down 20 to start it. Here we go. I told you it'd be competitive. Didn't take long.
That's a quick strike in his first of the match.
And they go down quickly with his ball.
Almost a double. 8-pin, piece of wood in front. As long as he keeps it to the red line or to the right, should be a problem.
Yes, sir. Spare on strike. How does Mike Sweeney respond after the first big punch from the reigning champ?
That cut the lead to 11, and it's going to even be reduced more when he fills that spare. Mike right back in the pocket, wants that wood to swing around, flatten out for him, or stay out of the way. Doesn't want a roadblock.
He won't have one. Looking at the 4-8.
Oh boy, hit the object pin. That's what he wanted to do. If he missed the 4-pin, he was going to miss that mark. Got the 4, but just a little too full. Drove it straight back. Got the 10.
Over to lane 36, his 4th box.
Mike right back in the pocket. Okay, gets the 8-pin to go. Leaves himself 6, 9, 10. Triangle in the right-hand corner.
So open in 3 boxes in a row for Mike. 2, 3, now the 4th. Up to 40 in this game. Meantime, the champ working on a run of marks, striking the first, spare in the second. He steps up now for the 3rd. Fill ball here. Fill of 4. Opposite of 10.
Nothing is safe for this guy up there. Makes some terrific shots, but his opponent is making him as well. Mike Sweeney is putting on a great exhibition up there for himself.
Now David's opposite a 9 in the 4th. Gets 9 with 1 ball. Looking at the 6. You can see what obstacle the wood presents.
Double piece of wood. I'd probably go right at the pin.
His 3rd mark. Couple spares and a strike, and all of a sudden, when his fill is over with the next ball, we're going to be about dead even through 4 completing game 2. David may be in the lead, in fact, if he can get better than 6. Box 5 for Mike.
Again, back on the head pin. Not panicking. 2, 4, 5, and 7.
Contrasting styles, the light touch of Mike Sweeney, the power game of David Godwin. That's a 9, 2nd straight 9.
He's been open 4 frames in a row, and he's had some spare leaves, hit a couple of them, probably a little light on the object pin, but he hasn't got any up there to again, back on the head pin, this time a cluster of 5 in the left-hand corner.
So the door was open for David Godwin. He stepped right in.
Oh boy, just a 6 box. Anything over 6, I think Dave is going to take the lead from Mike Sweeney. Plus, he's facing only 15 the next 2 frames.
Gets exactly 6. So dead even through 14 boxes.
3-6 on the right, 4-7 with a piece of wood in between. He's going to try to split the 3 into 6.
Matches the 9. We remain even.
Of course, the 6-pin advantage you see up there is because Mike Sweeney's already completed the 6th frame. But through 5 frames, we're dead even.
Two in the back row, 7 and 8. And he will be open, so it's going to be very close down the stretch in the final 4 boxes.
He tried to catch a little bit of piece of the wood in front of the 8-pin. That'll give him an advantage of 4 pins, though.
4-pin lead with 4 boxes to go. Wow, you don't want to miss this. The finish is next right here on CN8. We've got a good one. The champ being challenged in a big way, but after being down 20 pins at the conclusion of game 1, David Godwin is now up 4 with 4 boxes to go. And Mike Sweeney, the challenger, putting him to the test, will go first here in the 7th. He's down 4. Hasn't marked since the first box. He'll get a chance here with wood in front of the 6-10.
Has to be very careful with this, that he doesn't leave the 10-pin.
Got them both. So a big mark coming in the 7th for Mike. The fill to follow now.
You know he's not going to panic because he finished with 3 consecutive spares that challengers match to win. So pressure doesn't seem to bother him. Needs a decent fill here, though. Hold it left, just 3. So 2 marks this game, 2 on the first one and 3 on this one. The ironic thing is he hasn't missed the head pin with that first ball very often, but he did on the 2 marks.
And then an 8 box.
So just 21 pins in those 2 frames.
A mark over the next 2 from David, and the heat will be on Mike in a big way.
How did that one not go down? How did that 9-pin stay up?
The long stare. David incredulous with the rest of us. Good chance for the spare, though. And missed it. Wow. Gets it with the 3rd ball, so it's a very dramatic 10 box.
Watch that 9-pin rocking and rolling. Just doesn't want to go.
Five go down, 5 remain.
2, 4, 5, 7, and of course the 10-pin in the right-hand corner. It's Going to go down to the final 2 frames. Well, can our champ pull another one off, or can Mike Sweeney pull off some magic like he did in the Challengers match?
Check on the numbers, and it's David by a single pin.
1 pin going to the final 2.
Mike led by 20 to start this game, but David currently up 21, so overall he's up a pin.
Mike's up there kind of talking to himself, trying to settle himself down. Again, back on the head pin, this time to full.
And I think if he looks back at those 2 missed opportunities on the fill, that would have him in the lead right now.
He doesn't want a bad frame.
If you're new to the Youth Challenge and thought that the kids would lack some of the drama of the adult competition, well, you have seen differently today, and we are not yet finished.
Okay, it's just a 1 pin advantage, so it's hard to say, but you know if he throws 1 mark up there, Dave's going to have to get 1. But depending on what he gets in this frame, Dave may not even have to mark to pull off another victory. But 9 pin drop, the 8 pin.
Which, to steal your jargon, looks like a pencil right now.
Exactly.
Just that 1 pin standing between Mike and a spare.
Look at Mike, he's telling that wood to stop. He's got a nice little guide, I think, to the right. If he misses to the right, the ball will come off that piece of wood.
Got it. That is huge. Now the all-important fill.
Well, he's had 2 and 3 on 2 marks. You'd think he would do for a big fill, but we'll see. Regardless, I think Dave Godwin is going to need at least 1 mark to secure another victory. And that's a pretty good fill. $122 to tie, 123 to win. He's at 117 clip right now.
Drops 8.
Double pieces of wood in front of the 9, way out in front. Another one toward the back. There, you got a good shot at it. He's going to use those 2 pieces of wood, and of course he throws it so hard, those pins are going to fly. Let's see if we can help him out. That close. It's going to come down to the last frame. And a 10 box.
David gets to 107. He needs to get to 122 to tie. That means 15 here in the 10th. He'll need the mark.
15 to tie and 16 to win. So spare or strike with 5 to tie or 6 to win.
Mike's not even watching right now. His head buried in his hands. Looked up to see that, though.
8 and 9. 1, 8, and 9. Look, he's looking back for some. Say, you let me know what happens. I don't want to look. The drama of it all.
Needs a mark to remain the champ or have any chance to remain the champ. No.
It's not going to happen.
Mike Sweeney, our new champion. Well done. It was going to take a big effort to beat David Godwin, and Mike delivered it, showing some real poise with 2 marks over the final 4 boxes, including that spare in the 10th. And he wins it by 9 pins, 229 to 220. Back with the wrap-up right after this on CN8.
Welcome back, everybody. Here with the new champ, Mike Sweeney, defeating a real good champ in David Godwin. Congratulations, you have the trophy.
Oh my God, I don't know what to say right now. I'm just so nervous coming in this week, and I guess when I got up here, it just kind of melted away.
Well done, really well done.
Well, it didn't seem like you had any nerves up there at all. That last shot, you wanted that wood to come out for you, right?
Definitely. I mean, like in earlier in the string, I had the 6 box, and I thought that Dave would take advantage of it. I mean, he did, but in the end, I mean, he chopped it, and I just couldn't mark.
Congratulations, great bowling.
Thank you.
And we'll see you back next week.
All right, thank you.
And you too, right here on the CN8 Candlepin Challenge.